Good morning. We've got sunshine again. There's Nero and Neeka News having their morning walk. Hello, Noodles. And look who else is having their morning walk. Annie and Hidde. Going on the track, but I'd rather they didn't. But they obviously want to go up onto the top and look at the beautiful views today. Or the grass is springing through there quicker than anywhere else. Annie, you've escaped going on the walker this morning. Meanwhile, we have Daniel and his team up at the static, preparing to get it all moved. We've got our quilting queen back, and before she went away, she showed me these very, very beautiful pendants that she's been making. So
mosaic. So they're all grouted and then they're varnished. God, my brain's not awake yet. I think this is Renska because it's more gold, but it could also be Doutzen for yellow.
Okay.
So that's her. Then we have a hoitsy poitsy. That's for Hoitzer.
Oh,
I think Peg will probably be first in line for that one.
I think she will.
Let me put them down.
You see, I've got Nero here. He's having a bit of a morning groom, and he's now not happy because it's not about him. Because I think you've already done Nero's, haven't you?
I haven't done a Nero yet. So there's Inner.
Oh look, little Innie. Those beautiful
Little
peach
Inner.
colours. And where are these stones from?
They're all over, so some of them are beach glass I've collected, or beach pottery, and some of them are bought mosaics, but a lot of them are beach glass and beach pottery that I've collected from, well, around the world.
Oh, they're very special. And you could have these either as a brooch or a necklace.
Pendant. Well, we also decided, I don't think that with the smaller ones, you could almost make them into earrings. But you could make them into a brooch, and then so that's ice
baby.
Ice baby.
Well, that's almost like a snake skin, isn't it?
Well, I think it's the underneath because it's glass. It's showing the pattern underneath, which I actually quite like.
That's my dodgy eyesight,
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no. Because it's however you interpret it, isn't it? And then we have a Mabel because it was Mabel's birthday.
Little Pepper. Oh, that's pretty. That's
and then that's
really
got
pretty.
some broken crockery in. I think it's a teacup. This doesn't actually have any glass that I've collected. This has found pottery and then various mosaics. So there we go.
They're gorgeous. And so you and Frey are going to get those up on the website.
We are.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Diane has also tidied up our little merchandise table. So look how beautiful all those hugs look. And the wallets, and the cards, the mounted prints, all her fabulous little pendants. And of course all the roses in everybody's colours. And we still have some of those very gorgeous purses that Wendy's made. So we've got a Renska, a couple of Spesh, a Hoitzer, a Hunnis, and an Anja. Now, I wouldn't usually do this. I wouldn't usually put Nero in with Neeka because that's the sort of behaviour that she has. But I work on the basis that they've been neighbours in the stable for much of the winter. And hopefully they've learnt to tolerate each other. Well, I'm hoping that Neeka's learnt to tolerate him. But as you saw there, she did just give him a bit of a warning kick towards his belly. But he's shown respect straight away and come away to the hay ball. So I'm going to keep a close eye on them today. But it would be quite nice if they're happy in this turnout together, because with the static coming down by the round pen today, I don't really want anybody in there. Well, Jane, you've got the best poo picking day, haven't you?
I'm only picking up Hannah's.
Oh, that's favoritism. I tell you what, you've got to pick up all the poos in the field as well.
Oh, right.
No, we don't
so
do
you.
that. We don't pick up the poos in the field. So we haven't got as many down here today because the boys have been out in their field and they're clearly not very hungry.
Hannes, you coming in?
Boys,
Come on,
Jane's here.
Hannes.
Uber, I thought that you'd be hungry after your exploits yesterday. They'll soon enough be down. They came for their brekkie, finally. And still want their treat balls. Tamara's done supervising the
No, I wasn't
static.
supervising.
Were
I
you
was
just watching?
Yeah. And I have to say, blimey, wow, so efficient, so working brilliantly as a team. Really
I
good.
think it looks
really
so
good.
easy. I think we could have
Yeah.
all done it.
Yeah. We could have got Annie over there to pull it down. Annie was trying to supervise. She was rock climbing as well, but we're all just stood here. Look, we've got a massive team in today. It's fantastic. We got Kate, Susan, Diane, we got Frey down there, Jane, Jodie, and me. And of course all Jodie's babies. Well, Jim's here. The babies and mum just chilling in the horse walker. Hidde's mountaineering.
I was going to say, are they supposed to be
Yeah.
on that side?
Well, they've taken to going up there the last few days.
Right.
Yes, we thought Annie was going to be jumping off the side, but she didn't. Anyway, we got Neeka in there wearing her earrings. She's got a new style of earrings there. And Nero is having his first day out with Neeka. She put him in his place straight away. So he knows his place and he knows that he has to just go and eat hay balls. Anyway, we've got another glorious day here. So as the ground is so dry, this could do with another harrow, but I haven't got time to bring the big harrows down here today. So Kate has very kindly offered to harrow round and scatter all those poos with the little mini harrows that we've got on the back of Arthur. So Zhao is quite keen to help. Oh, you're not going to follow round. So these harrows aren't fantastic because they're not very heavy, but they are at least going to spread those droppings around so that they're not in big clumps. Oh, she's going to have lots of fun in there. That's it, it's off. I can see all the dust now from up here. But actually, given that it's sat in that trailer for the last 4 years, it doesn't look bad. Oh, Michael's destroying more of the shippen. Hidde, do you want to come see your old carriage? Look, Diane and Susan have been doing a fab job of cleaning this up. Oh, it makes me a little bit sad, really. It's brought some beautiful memories over the years, this carriage.
I mean, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful carriage. Michael was just admiring it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a stunningly beautiful carriage.
And it was really beautiful to drive, but somebody else with nice flat ground, no hills, no rocks, can go and enjoy it.
And no hills going down. It's not the going up, is it? It's the...
Well, no, this has got disc brakes on all round, so it actually never put pressure on them going downhill. But you know, when you think that Drommy, Hoytzer and Hidde used to pull this back up to the farm on that steep hill.
So I just remember having that day with you, you know, and having Drommy as a single, great. In the afternoon we did two, and we think it was Anja and somebody, we can't remember, can we?
Yeah.
But I had to say to you, can you take over, because they're so strong. But beautiful. I feel very privileged that I managed to do the driving day with you.
I'd love to do it again, but no, when I see the wear and tear it's put on the horses.
Yeah, that was what Michael was just asking me, and I said with confirmation and the horses that did do it getting older, there's just not the horses to do it.
No, and I wouldn't make them drive on these hills, not in something this heavy again. This is where for a long time we even thought about building a building down the road for the carriages to go in, so we didn't have to go up the hill.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's all in the past now. It's a new era. Hidde, do you remember driving this carriage? He says this is as close to it as I want to get. It is very, very beautiful. But Tamara and I were just having a discussion about it. Because on a day like today, when it's really sunny, you just think, you know, rather than having picnic benches.
Oh, can you imagine? Would you like to go and eat your sandwiches?
I know, but it couldn't just sit
Outside
No.
all the time. It would have to be under cover.
Yeah.
And then wheeled out or moved. And it's not as if we have any horses.
No, I would never want
drive it.
horses to drive it again. And then I was thinking, well, does it need to be driven by horses, and could it be repurposed in another way?
So an elaborate picnic bench.
Yeah. So I'm a bit in two minds at the moment about,
What's the best thing for it?
yeah,
Whether to let somebody else appreciate it, or whether to keep it as
part of the history.
part of the history.
But then is it going to just sit here and rot over the years?
I mean, how long's it been in the
In this
the trailer?
trailer, it's been in there for 4 years now.
4 years?
Yeah.
And when was the last time it was driven?
Oh, probably 5-6 years ago.
At least.
Yeah. And I'm never going to drive it, but does that mean that it doesn't have a job? It's like saying a horse,
Yeah.
if it can't be ridden, doesn't have a purpose.
Yes.
But
So does
ours
it?
do.
So does this need to be repurposed?
But then
Does
that's
it-
a whole nother project to think of sorting out.
Too many.
And yeah, and do we just put it back in the trailer and forget about it for a while and think of it in the future?
It's hard, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's not sure.
One of the many dilemmas that we have on a daily basis. Just thought we'd share this one with you,
Yes.
not because we, you know, it's great if you've got any ideas, but it's
We also have in the top barn here. We've also got the original antique.
the
Carriage.
antique Phaeton carriage that was my first carriage that I've had for 20 odd years. So that's still sat in there, and a replica Friesian Sace.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
two massive big wheels.
Yeah. Again, neither are ever going to be used again, but they're part of the history, and it's like, do we let them go or do they stay? I don't know. We'll decide one day.
Slave.
After that discussion that Tamara and I had, which Anne hasn't heard about, but I was talking about the fact that I'm in two minds about the carriage. You've come up with the best idea, haven't you?
Oh, thank you. I think we've just been throwing the ideas around together, and what we think is if we sell the carriage and the trailer as two separate items, because as Tracy's quite rightly just said, somebody might want to buy both. Two different people might want to buy them individually.
Yeah.
Then whatever money we make from that, we can use that to get something really special that we can dedicate to Drommy, because as Tracy's just said, Drommy pulled the carriage. So
he did, and he worked his absolute socks off. And you know, I've thought for such a long time, I need to have, you know, we need to have something here that's in Drommy's memory.
Yeah.
And I love that idea. Oh look, we've got Jane now as well. We love that idea of putting those funds, which were originally going to go to the lodge and the static, but thanks to our incredible donors, especially our anonymous donor, you know, we are now able to put those funds towards something else. So we're going to have to mull over what we can do that we can do in Drommy's name, so that we always look at it and remember him
and think of Drommy, and it can be Drommy's something.
I like that.
That's a lovely idea.
So now we know that the carriage has to go.
Oh.
The discussion has carried on after I stopped videoing.
We were talking about what we could use the money for that we make from the carriage and the
Trailer.
thank you. And Tracy has suggested a proper, what is it, a route?
It's a trackway system.
It's
So I would love, and as I've said in other videos, a proper trackway system going round all the top fields, so that the free reigners have a nice track to walk on, rather than those fields at the top never being used. And we got sent a while ago, thanks to Mary, Vibram Way, and then you came up with a name. We could have Vibram Way and
Drommy's Drive. Yay!
So I think that's perfect.
I do.
Yeah, so that can be added to our list of things that we're going to try and create. We've obviously got the girls' turnout to do as a priority this year, but I think that has to be next on the list.
I do, because it's an addition, because we're going to sell that for it.
Yeah, Drommy's Drive.
So if
and
anybody
Vibram's
knows
Way.
anybody wants to buy a beautiful carriage and a
Yes,
trailer,
then let us know. Well, we have another very beautiful day today. They all had their jumpers on last night because it did get rather chilly, but they're all coming back off again this morning. There's little Jubbers. There's Nero. He's still got his pyjamas on at the moment. As is Hoitsy Poitsy, who he and Jubbers came in for the night after being out for a few days, just so that Hoitsy could have a bit of a rest. But they're going to go back down to the orchard today. There's the Queen Annie. And Neeka Noodles, because it is so unseasonably dry and the fields have dried out so well, I'm going to put her back down with her girlies today, because there's no sloppy, sludgy stuff that's likely to get into that foot of hers. So it's been a long time since she's been out there. So I think that's going to make her a very happy little girl. A little pre-birthday treat for Inna. She's never free-ranged around the yard before. But she's up here with Micah. And they can just mooch around today. We've got Michael back again today, because he's going to be taking down this end bit of wall that's been looking rather precarious for a few days. So we're going to get that all on time lapse for you. but he's joined by Ian today, or Nozza, as everybody knows him. And Ian, I'd forgotten that I actually did his wedding with the horses 17 years ago over in Lindale. So there's lots of blasts from the past at the moment. And there we go, Michael's just shattered our piece. But it's noisy work, all this demolition and house building. And there we've got Vulcan down there. They're back in today to do some more of the electrics in the Hoitzer and Jubba's house. They're having to attach into Mum's cottage here. They've got beautiful views to work to. Look, the wall's gone. Go on, what happened?
I had a little push here and it went out about 2 foot like that, and then Ian was still pumping, so I waited and I said, come and look at this, and I pushed it and it just went.
Wow.
And then there was a dust cloud right across the
So we'll show everyone now the wall coming down in time lapse.
And you know that lady.
Wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day. You make my world so bright, oh so bright. The world can be a crazy place.